Today we're sharing 3 simple, easy Catholic strategies to help you stop scrolling and just put down your phone.
So a lot of you mentioned that one of your goals for the new year was to spend less time scrolling and to put that time towards something else, like prayer or spiritual reading.
Which is wonderful. Now, scrolling is fun, scrolling is entertaining, don't get us wrong, we definitely do it here, but sometimes we find ourselves just caught in that infinite loop of endless scrolling, and it really doesn't benefit us in any way.
So today we're sharing some of our favorite Catholic tricks to help us put our phones down and go do something else. So the first method is one that has worked very well for us and is pretty simple, and that is to offer up not scrolling for a particular intention. So whenever you find yourself reaching for your phone or already starting to go down that rabbit hole, you tell yourself to stop and pray for your intention instead.
So I do this all the time. Whenever I find myself reaching for my phone, I'll stop and I'll think, no, I won't scroll. I will offer this up for the holy souls in purgatory instead. Now, I'm not good or virtuous. I'm not going to quit doing it just for me, but I will do it for the holy souls.
And then, of course, your intention could be whatever you would like, your kids, your friends, world peace, take your pick.
And we love that this method turns this whole situation into a big positive. I'm not depriving myself of scrolling. I'm actually doing something helpful for someone else, and that's a big win.
So our next method that we like is to set a holy time limit. So you still allow yourself to scroll, but you only allow yourself to do it for a set amount of time. And that amount of time represents something holy.
So here we like the number 33 in honor of the 33 years that Jesus lived and worked on earth. So how this works is that you set your phone timer for 33 minutes, and then for the next 33 minutes you can have all the fun you want scrolling, but when the timer goes off, you just put your phone down and you think about Jesus and how he suffered and died for our sins. If Jesus can be crucified, then I can certainly put down my phone and go enjoy the life that he gave me.
Another example of this would be 40 minutes. That represents the 40 days that Jesus spent in the desert, the 40 days Noah was on the ark. You get the idea.
But then what happens if your timer goes off after 40 minutes and you're still scrolling? What happens then?
Then you take the amount of time that you went over and you give that back to Jesus in something like adoration or silent prayer.
The third method that we like to use is to call in the big guns, the saints. There are a couple of patron saints of the internet that we can call on to help us out.
The first one is Blessed, soon-to-be Saint Carlo Acutis. He was a computer whiz. He made a website for his parish at only 14 years old. He created a whole virtual catalog of Eucharistic miracles, which is all wonderful, but he also really knew how to limit his screen time.
For example, he really enjoyed playing video games online, but he also was really good about keeping strict control over how much time he did that. So he is an excellent help to call on when our willpower is just running low. The next saint is Isidore of Seville. In 1997, Pope John Paul II proposed him to be the patron saint of the internet and technology, which is interesting because Isidore of Seville lived in the 6th century.
But he was very dedicated to writing down information and preserving it for future generations.
He even wrote the First Encyclopedia that was written from a Catholic point of view. So even though he really enjoyed this work, it was very fascinating for him, he still didn't let it interfere with helping out the poor and the needy.
He's another powerful patron that we can call upon.
And then I also want to put in a plug for my confirmation saint, St. Clare, who is the patron saint of television. Now, a lot of times we are just scrolling to entertain ourselves because we're bored, but I don't think St. Clare would be on board with us scrolling our lives away. So if we ask her for help, she is going to help us.
So if you like these ideas and you want to limit your scrolling time, but are thinking, oh, it's going to be really difficult to just jump right into this, then we have one more method to share with you.
And we like this method because it involves starting small. Maybe you're just going to apply these methods to your morning. For example, you could say, okay, from the time I get up until noon, I am limiting my scroll time to only 33 minutes.
And then if that goes well, you might extend it into the afternoon and say from the time I get up to 6 p.m., I'm going to limit myself to 33 minutes.
And once you get all that down, then you can go for your whole day. It gets tougher then, but you can say, okay, I'm only going to allow myself 33 minutes of scroll time for the whole day. So baby steps do add up, and even if you can't be perfect or can't be perfect every day, these methods still can help you make a big dent in your scroll time.
Okay, so now let us know down in the comments, what are your favorite ways to cut down on your screen time?
You guys always have such good ideas, so don't be shy, speak up. Your ideas could help someone else.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.